Hey, welcome back to the channel, folks. If you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you. If y'all don't mind hitting that subscribe and that bell and that like, sure appreciate it. And if you feel like supporting the channel, I've got a link to a Buy Me a Coffee. And it's just a way to donate to the channel. Channels are expensive, but I've always got to reinvest. I would appreciate the help. Anyway, by the time you see this, it'll be Veterans Day. It's kind of a special day in our family. Both our sons are vets, Iraq, Afghanistan. One enlisted and one officer. My youngest actually will have his 20 years in this spring, and he's going to retire from the Army, and I think he wants to be a chef. My oldest is he's a lawyer, international trade lawyer. He's overseas and doing what he wants to do. But as parents, especially dads, when your kids are going to go off to war, it gives you that empty feeling of kind of helplessness. And if you're anything like me, you just want to lock your kids up and go for them. You want to take that bullet for them. But of course, they're grown men, and they joined up because they wanted to. And, of course, you know, as parents, no matter how old they get, they're still your kids. But you know, I've always thought there's got to be something I can do. So when my youngest got home from Iraq, they put him on funeral duty, honor guard, a very solemn duty. And back in those days, there was some crazy people trying to interrupt the ceremonies. And he called me up and he said, "Dad, there's something you might be interested in." He said there was this crazy church down here, and I think it was in Florida, trying to interrupt the ceremony. And it's a pretty famous church for hating military and degrading them, throwing stuff at them, wanting them dead. And he said we saw about 100 bikers come into the ceremony and get between us and the crazies. And they got off their bikes. They were standing at attention, but the minute they got off their bikes, those people ran like hell, because to them they're just a bunch of scary bikers. You know, those are the days when you would have kicked ass if you had to. So I needed to find out who these people were. And I found out they're the Patriot Guard. So at the time we were living in Colorado, I looked them up. And I found them. And I joined up. It was a way for me to feel like I was serving my sons and serving everyone in the military. And it helped me through a lot. And there was a lot of funeral duty, which was very hard. We stood on the airport tarmacs a lot and escorted the fallen off the plane, stood under guard, and well, it's rough. had a mother or a wife fall into your arms because her child or her husband's in that coffin, it's just, there's no words. And, I was also in the Colorado Rangers, and I knew how to float a flag, so I did that along with a couple of others. Hand it to the wife or the mother, and it's, yeah, there's no words for that. But the Guard, you know, they're made up of other veterans, other wars, and cops, lots of cops. But, you know, there's a lot of one percenters. Quite a few Hell's Angels, and we all rode together, not a problem. And even seeing everyone else, whether they're cops or one percenters, when you're not on duty doing that, was a bond. It's a common bond for everyone. Because it was just a way for all of us to serve when we couldn't be in combat in the field. So if you ever want to know what true brotherhood and fellowship is like, you gotta look into the Patriot Guard. Yeah. You meet a lot of fine folks. You don't have to be former military or former cop. They just appreciate people who can hold a flag and stand at attention. But this Veterans Day, if you see any military people in a restaurant, discreetly buy their meal. Do it anonymously. It's much more comfortable. When you see them in a coffee shop, buy them a cup of coffee. Put a smile on your face. Shake their hand. They'll appreciate it on this Veterans Day. So for all of you who are parents, vets, we in the Geezer family salute you.